we'll start with the topic. So we were talking about the most stressful month of the year. Is there one for you?
Not really. I'm pretty casual.
Yeah.
I don't get stressed out too much.
So we were saying we live pretty good lives. We're not.
Yeah, I mean, like, I mean, there's some stress in the summer when we have to write about the Oilers and it's August and nothing's happening, I guess. But, like, that's hardly stress. It's not like anything major.
We have to be careful complaining about our lives, right? Mm-hmm. Right, because we're on radio.
Well, yeah, I feel pretty lucky to do what I do, so I've got it pretty good.
Yeah, I do find December stressful, though, getting ready for Christmas. I've got women in my life, right? Like, I got the wife and the kids and all that, and making women happy around Christmas time, for me, is very tremendously stressful because I'm not good at the gift-giving thing. And
I was laughing about it with my sister the other day because this is the cheapest Christmas I've had in a decade, so I'm having a good time now. I'm going to spend the money that I would have spent elsewhere on something ridiculous. I'm going to buy myself just like a tub full of beef jerky or something.
Get yourself a nice like smoking coat or something like random to wear at Christmas.
That'd be real nice.
A robe.
Let's start with the Me Too coaches movement in the NHL. Do we have any idea what Jim Montgomery did from the Stars to get fired?
No, I have no idea. It's a mystery.
It's off ice.
Off ice. Obviously, there was some kind of code of conduct violation happened there. Who knows?
It's weird that they didn't say what it was.
I almost think that makes it worse in a way.
Yeah.
You start to imagine things.
Well, people go for the worst, right? Like,
well, yeah, because we were saying domestic violence or something like that. Like that's
drugs.
That's what we were talking about, right?
For all we know, it could have been cannibalism, allegedly, in my opinion. Like, nobody knows.
Yeah. Do you think that this is going to continue?
Probably. I think so.
What is it with coaches? Like, why are they such horrible human beings? Is Torts still coaching?
Yeah, Torts is out there. Torts is out there. I don't know.
He's got to be worried.
I don't know what's going on. I even think back to my own experience in hockey, and I just had really wonderful people coaching, and obviously I didn't get to a high level or anything like that, but
we had one coach who was he was a volunteer, so he wasn't fired, but he was told he could never coach again after one practice when he tried to fist fight one of the kids and shot a puck at another kid.
See, like, I remember a coach like
was drunk.
I remember a coach almost
9-year-olds to fight.
Hey, if you're not going to fight in there, you're not trying.
Yeah, I think we were in Pee Wee too. Like, it wasn't.
I guess I shouldn't be that surprised because it's a wiring, right?
It is.
If you end up in a certain position in life, quite often it's because of your personality that gets you there. Like, we talk about it all the time about bosses, program directors in radio. They're all the same. They're all in the middle of a divorce or divorce, and they all have gout. So every single one of them is doing exactly the same thing, right? And they all tried radio and wanted to stay in it, so went to the management side of things. They're all the same guy.
They have a term for the coaches that aren't a little bit psychotic, and they just call them players coaches because they don't scream and yell.
Yeah, that is true. That's like even
players coach.
Dave Tippett was asked about it. He's like, no, this is a partnership, not a dictatorship.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, okay, players coach, got it.
So last night, the Oilers kind of got behind in the first, and then caught up in the third, and then the wheels fell off the bus towards the end of it.
Yeah, it was upsetting.
It was
upsetting.
What do you think about the Caleb Jones stuff? Like, they keep
he's an interesting
sending
guy.
him up and bringing him down.
Next year he hits. Next year he won't be waiver ineligible. Is that the right word? Either way, he could get picked up on waivers next season. So they have to make a choice on him. I personally think that there are other defensemen on the team that he could outplay, but I don't think you move those guys. Maybe a Chris Russell type, just based on his contract. You don't move them until the summer, until everything wraps up for the year. But they got a choice to make on Caleb.
A guy like Caleb, right? Like, it's got to be frustrating. Because he's up and down. And that's got to be hard on you. I mean, I don't think hockey players should be complaining about their lives either. But you got to wonder if he's down one week and then he's back up the next week and he's traveling to get there. And, you know what I mean? Like,
and especially, you can tell when you play better than someone else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right? So you see, okay, I am outperforming that person on the team.
I mean, I think, like, you're a good team guy. You never say it, but you know. We all know.
Yeah.
We all know.
One last thing quickly. This came up this morning. Grant sort of mentioned that there's weird math with this.
Well, Lucic is on a hot streak.
He's on a heater.
He's on a heater.
Get him
3 goals.
Don't walk away from the table, Milan.
How many goals? Because we need him to score, right? So that the Oilers can keep a third round pick. Is that how
so there's a little bit of math here. So let's keep it as simple as possible. If James Neal
Please.
gets to 21 goals,
Okay.
he has to beat Milan Lucic by 10 goals to trigger that third round pick. So if Milan gets 11 or less and James Neal has 21 or more, that triggers the third round pick.
So it's not how many Lucic gets. It's whether or not he keeps up with James Neal.
It has to be, James Neal has to get at least 21 and the spread has to be 10 or more. If that happens, then Calgary gets that third round.
I picked the right career.
How did NHL GMs figure out a contract?
It was such a weird conditional pick. Like, it was so randomly specific that I don't know how that got thrown in there. But
oh, by the way, we need to end on this because this has no context whatsoever. It's just my favorite drop right now.
How dare you?
Greta. Shout out to Greta.
Thanks, Baggedmilk from Oilers Nation.